What is your mission? Hey guys, this is Andy with Mindset Matters More. And I just like rolled out of bed because I had to make this episode. And let me tell you, it's only 7:15 p.m. and I was like already like semi-dozing off, but this idea came to me and I figured I had to share with you guys. So, I'm not sure if I've shared my mission on here before, but whenever I meet people and we talk about what it is that I do, I always tell them, it's my mission in life to help 100,000 people heal their relationship with money, abundance, their careers, their goals, and self-worth. Like that is my mission. But the reason that I had to hop out of bed and was kind of like in and out was because I was listening to a podcast as I typically do before I go to bed. And one of the questions that they asked you to write down was, what is your soul's vision? And I thought, oh, this would be a fun exercise to think about and to see, like, what is it that I feel like I'm put on this earth to do according to my soul? And I know I'm a healer. I know it. I know that when people talk to me and I hear them talking shit about themselves, I know that when they're down on themselves, when they have no self-worth, when they have no patience or compassion for themselves, where they don't feel like they can do something, they're not empowered. When they come from that place, I see them in their true form, and that I know that they are better, that they can do better, that they can think better, they can talk better and say better things about themselves. And I just have that ability to see that in everybody. And so I was like, okay, let me write down real quick what it is that I think my soul's vision is. And so this is what I came up with. And I said, I my soul's vision is helping women. Okay, like my handwriting's a little sloppy. Give me a second. Okay, it says helping women break free. I want them to see and know how powerful, beautiful, and amazing they truly are. I want them to know they deserve more and be so courageous to go out and get it. I want them to have it all. And I feel like, I did this stupid Google search on smart women don't have and blank. And like the results that I got were pretty sad. It's like intelligent women don't have relationships. Intelligent women don't have the careers they want. Intelligent women don't have it all. And I'm thinking, wow, like that's sad. Like I really want people to be able to have it all. And I believe that everybody can. And so the reason that like this whole thing came about is because it's like, are you living in accordance with what your soul was really put here to do? And, there's the things that we grow up thinking that we want. There's the things that social media tells us that we want. There's the things that societal pressure tells us that we want. And we rail against them and we do them and we wind up hating our fucking lives because it's like, I'm doing all the right things, but why am I so fucking miserable? I mean, take me for instance, I was a rocket scientist. I was a radiation engineer working on missile guidance systems, and I was fucking miserable, but I did everything I was supposed to. I went to school and I got a degree and I got a job and I got a house and I got a car and blah, 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 blah. And I was fucking miserable. It just wasn't me. The school expectations were family, the house was societal, like everything that was like imposed on me, and like the fact that like I felt pressured that like, oh, I had to be married, like that was number one and first and foremost, that I wound up marrying the wrong person my first go around because I just was so desperate to be married. And living out of alignment of your life's mission, your soul goals, your spirit vision, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, it's painful. It's hard. You know, I've seen it time and time again. Women living up to expectations that are not their own. And in turn, imposing those expectations on everybody else around them. I mean, when are we going to break free? When are we going to start living life for ourselves? Because you only get one. You don't get a do-over. I mean, unless you believe in reincarnation, but that doesn't count because you still don't remember your previous lives anyways. My point is that when are you going to drop the expectations that everybody else has put on you and live in the way that is for you, about you? That's really hard to even figure out. It took me years. It took me years. I mean, from the moment that I realized I was fucking miserable to the point where I'm just like, oh, yeah, I finally figured out at least 5 years. At least. No, you know what? Lie. Let me go back. Because I've been doing yoga since before I met my husband. So that was, yeah, no, more than a decade. Well, I realized 5 years ago that I was living in alignment. So yeah, no, I had it right the first time. 5 years that it took me to figure it out, and 5 years of living it or trying to live it actually, because it's not like I've gotten it perfect. It's not like I realized, oh my God, this is my purpose, and everything fell into alignment and I could, purge all the negative feelings and all the things I wasn't supposed to do and all the expectations. Like I shed those, like they just sloughed right off me. No. I still struggle with some societal expectations and familial expectations. I still struggle with those, but I know now what it is that makes my soul sing. And so, most, if not all, right now, of my decisions are fueled by that one question. What does my soul really want right now? What is going to make my soul sing in this very moment? And sometimes I think, oh, it would be a fucking Twix bar. And I have to reevaluate because is that true? Sometimes I think, oh, it would just be to like bed rot all day and just watch TV. But is it though? Like, am I gonna be fucking happy at the end of the day doing that? Am I gonna be fucking happy shoveling candy down my throat? Like, am I going to be fucking happy? Like, it's gonna give me a certain amount of pleasure. Yeah, it's fun to lay in bed all day. Yeah, sugar's delicious. But am I really, really, truly happy? Because pleasure is not the same thing as happiness, as true soul happiness. It's not the same thing. And I've had to learn that lesson plenty of times over and over and over again that it's like, no, like I feel like I want this. Like, why isn't it giving me the result that I want, the self-love that I want, the outcome that I want? Why isn't it doing that? And it's because pleasure is not the same as what your soul really wants. And so, okay, guys, it's almost 7:30 now. It's way past my bedtime. I'm going to leave you with this question. Sit and just think for a moment. What would make your heart sing? What about life makes you feel just like you want to explode with happiness? I don't know. I can't explain it a better way. Like, what about life are you most happy with? Think about that. Okay. And then guess again. Keep digging deeper. Okay. If it's the candy, okay, why? If it's helping people, why? Ask yourself why. Answer the fucking question. Why? And take it from there. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. Love you guys. Bye.